I start my rehab today. It's for my ankle. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me. Yep. Alright, so I'm coming back at y'all today. Coming back at y'all? I don't think so. Coming at y'all today with a book review. Another one because I only made one, so this will be my second book review. And I know you guys are probably wondering what happened to those stacks of books that you got from the library over the summertime. They're back at the library, safe and sound. Because I couldn't read them. Because I was busy. Anywho, so today's book of the day today is called The Coldest Girl in Coldtown by Holly Black. So this book is actually really good. I read it last year. I actually read it a couple months ago because it was the end of the year. So I read it like back in May, June. I read it at the end of the school year last year. I read it at the end of my junior year. And this is actually a really, really good book. This is a fictional book, and it is a vampire book. There's vampires in here, and it's good. I'm just trying to pass the time. This book is I was the last person that had this book. May 28th, 2019. Because that's my handwriting. I know that's my handwriting. Because I know how I write. It's not, I don't even know if you guys saw that. It's not the cutest handwriting, but that's my handwriting. So I'm the last person that had this book. That's ridiculous. So yeah, this book is 419 pages long. And it's got, let's see if I can find the chapters. But this book is actually really, really good if you're into like just vampires. And it's not really like a love story. It's 39 chapters. It's not really a love story. It's not really like romantic or anything. It's more of like survival. It's more of like just trying to not die. So the main character, Tana. I don't know how Holly wants it to be pronounced, but it's T-A-N-A. It's T-A-N-A. Tana. Tanya. I don't know. But she is the main protagonist, and she was living her normal life, doing her high school things where she is going out to parties and leaving windows open to let vampires in. Oh, yeah, the whole world knows about vampires, so they created these cold towns where it's basically like this gated city, like an entire city is gated in with vampires and humans. So if you lived in that area before they gated it, and then they gated it, you were stuck. You couldn't leave. So once you go into a cold town, you're not allowed to leave it. Unless you have like some special coin to trade or something. Like, you cannot leave once you go in. So once you're in there, you're stuck in there. And it's not like this little hole. It's like a city. Like, it's a whole city. Some people can go from like cold town to cold town, but for the most part, they kind of just keep you in the cold town. Like, you just stay there. So one night they were at a party. By they, I mean Tana and her homies. And they were attacked by a vampire. But nobody knew that until like it was too late. But Tana wasn't anywhere to be found. She was passed out upstairs in the bathroom. So when she woke up, she came downstairs and there was just like blood everywhere. And she was like, oh my goodness, everybody's dead except for my crazy ex-boyfriend Aiden, who is tied to this bed about to turn into a vampire. So then they ended up, we're like, okay, so you're not gonna stay out here. And then she found like this random dude just sitting like next to the bed. And they were like, well, what is he doing? And they were like, oh, he's a vampire. And it was like, oh, nobody even knew this guy. Nobody even knew this guy. And he's just like, yeah, I'm here. But he was like passed out or something. Like he could not. Like he was weird. It was weird. So they ended up saving him because some vampires came in because they were like, hey, we need this vampire dude. He's done some evil stuff. So we're going to take him. We're going to take him back. But they were like, no. So they wrapped him up in a blanket so that he didn't burn in the sun, and then they threw him in their trunk. And they drove to the nearest Coldtown. Tana, Aiden, and the vampire. And we later found out that the vampire's name is Gabriel. No, not Gabriel. Gabriel. Yeah. Gabriel with a V. Not gonna lie. It's a nice name. It's Gabriel. Kinda like it. So they're running off to the nearest Coldtown because Homeboy is changing. He's already a vampire. Gabriel's already a vampire. Aiden is in the midst of changing. That's Tana's ex. And Tana thinks that she was bitten, that she's gonna turn, but the wound wasn't deep enough to inflict any kind of difference, but so she was just infected. So they were like, well, you might as well just go on ahead and go, because, I mean, what have you got to live for here? And so the mom, Tana's mom, ended up dying or something like that because she was a vampire, and so like they tried to lock her in the basement. They ended up killing her because something bad happened. I can't remember. I read this book a couple months ago. Like by a couple months ago, I mean like it was like the beginning of the year, and I don't remember. So I had to brush up on it real quick. So like she died somehow, but her mom's dead. She's got a dad and a sister, and she ended up leaving her dad and her sister because she's like, oh, I'm infected, I can't go back home, like I gotta leave. And so the dad found out somehow, some way, and ended up like calling her somehow and was like, hey, I know what happened, like I know that you guys were attacked by a vampire, and I wanted to let you know, like I love you, and I really want to thank you for making the right decision not coming home. And don't ever come home. Don't even talk to your little sister, because I don't want her to think that you're still alive, just out in the cold town. She's going to want to follow you. And sure enough, later on in the book, her little sister Pearl ended up following her into a cold town. So they ended up using their only way out to get Pearl back out. Like, Pearl, go home. You can't stay here. Get out. And so it's not like I said, like it's not a romance. It's not like a love story. But there was definitely some chemistry going on between Kana and Gabriel. Did I say, what did I just call her? Kana? I meant Tana. Did I say, I feel like I said Tana. I'll look back at it when I'm editing. But yeah, so Tana and Gabriel definitely had some chemistry going on. And Aiden was just kind of like, y'all like each other? And they were like, what? No, what are you talking about? It's like, yes, y'all do like each other, clearly. Then they picked up some strays on the way, Midnight and Winter. They're like twins, siblings. They both have blue hair and they are like dressed dark. And they want to go into Coldtown to become vampires for their YouTube channel. So go subscribe to them, Midnight and Winter. It's like, nah, I'm kidding. I'm funny. So Midnight and Winter were like filming, and they were all like, this is what you want to do, this is what you don't want to do when you go into Coldtown, thinking like they knew everything because they just experienced it firsthand, but I've never stepped foot into a Coldtown. So they wanted a ride to Coldtown so that, you know, they could film from inside a Coldtown, and they were going to turn into vampires, and they were going to be just unlimited to life, I guess. I don't really know what the motive was. I guess I could probably like go back and like find exactly where she said, but I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with some insecurity, like most teenagers. So the sister, Midnight, is the one who really wanted to just become a vampire. The only reason Winter, her brother, came along was because Midnight's all he's got. It's all he's got left. He got no mom, no dad, no other sister, no other brother. Like, that's all he has. So he was like, okay, well, I'll just come with you because I have to, you know. It's kind of like you're all I have. You're all I've got, so I can't really go anywhere else. So they kind of went in together to make this horrible decision. Like, as soon as they get into Coldtown, things just kind of go, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Things just go crazy. Gabriel and Tana ended up kissing the minute that they got in there, and that was weird, because it was just like, that's how everybody else was standing when they were just like over there. Everybody else was kind of like, because it was long. It was long. Like, it was like 2 pages worth of that. And then when it was over, it was like 1 page of like, what the heck was that? It was, huh? Like, it was, what are you supposed to do with that? And then Gabriel just disappears for days at a time. Like, he was, like, after that, he was just gone. I was like, well, where's Gabriel at? Like, I thought that this was going to be one of those, like, I love you Twilight kind of things. Not that I'd be interested in that. But it was just like, huh? I don't know. I really don't. I don't. Like, I don't know. Read to find out. I don't want to spoil too much. Like, I don't want to spoil too much. But did Tana ever become a vampire in this cold town? But, you know, oh no, you're gonna have to read to find out. It's actually a really good book if you're really into that. Yeah, it's a Holly Black book. It's called The Coldest Girl in Coldtown. And, you know, I totally read this book again if I had the patience for it, because it was a little slow. Just a little bit. Just a little slow. But it was a good read. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. So, if you're into coldness or cold towns or vampires or girls or Holly Black or Tana or Aiden, a crazy boyfriend, or enclosed cities, bad guys that are vampires, good guys that are vampires, not a really actual love story, but kind of romantic in some ways because he's all old school Gabriel. And, you know, if you're just into any of that kind of stuff, it's like a little dramatic. Like, it's got a little bit of drama going on in there because, you know, teenagers. So if you're interested in any of that, then, you know, go on ahead and pick up this book at probably on Amazon. You can probably find it on there. You could probably find it at your local library if you wanted to. Go on ahead and see if your school has this book. I know mine does, because I have it. There's a second copy in the library. Go on ahead and just talk to Ms. Hobbs. Shout out to her for always hooking me up. So yeah, so if you guys are interested in this book, go on ahead and go check it out. And then let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the book if you even look at the cover. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and watching it. And I'll see you guys in the next video after I tell you all about how you can subscribe and you can turn on my post notifications and you can like this video and leave a comment. You should do that. Now I'm gonna see you in the next video. Alright. Y'all hold it. Y'all hold it down. Y'all just hold